Hey guys, I'm here with another video, and I'm gonna have Angel introduce himself.
Hi, how you doing, guys? My name is Angel Pedemonte. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm actually this amazing guy's neighbor. So I'm so lucky that he came out to me. He said, hey, let me interview you, and I want to know a little bit about what you do. So, like I say, my name is Angel Pedemonte. I'm a Latino. I'm originally from Peru, and I do real estate here in the state of Colorado. I've been doing real estate for about 10 years, and I gotta tell you, it's one of the jobs that I love the most. To me, real estate is not just about doing real estate, it's about getting somebody to the next step. So I definitely love real estate. I love everything about it, and I love doing this job. They say when you love something you do, you never feel like you're working,
Not
right?
even a job.
Yeah.
That's good that you like it, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Getting on to like the first question, what type of real estate do you do?
Okay, so my main bread and butter is residential real estate. However, for the past 3 years, I've been jumping in the commercial side. The reason I do more residential is because I work with a lot of 90% of my clients are Hispanic or Latinos, however you want to say. And I help a lot of people get on their home. I do financial education. I tell them what to do to get to become a homeowner, because a lot of people don't know that, hey, becoming a homeowner is actually easier than you think. A lot of people think that they need a lot of money in the bank or they need a perfect credit score. No. So that's what I do. I do it mostly for the Latin community, teaching them, hey, there's programs that you can buy a house with no money down. So I help people buy a home with $1,000 out of their pocket. They put $1,000.
That's crazy, because I know you do got to put down a down payment, right?
Yeah.
And I think you could put down as much as like what, 3% of the home.
So
like that?
usually what you put is 3% or 3.5. However,
3.5,
However, this program actually help you with the down payment. So you don't pay down payment, so you only pay closing costs. But the closing costs are negotiable. So if you're negotiating with the seller, then you can buy a home with as little of $1,000 down.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, right. And a lot of people don't think it's possible, but it's definitely possible. And in the commercial side, because also there's a lot of people that they want to buy a building, or they want to lease a building, or they want to open a restaurant. So I'm jumping in that, and I got to tell you, I love it. Now, a real estate transaction when it comes to the commercial side is a little bit longer. A normal real estate transaction in residential side is about 30 days. Commercial transaction is about 6 months. It's 5 to 6 months, so it's a lot longer. But again, it's more work, but the rewards are always the same to me. So I love both of them.
That's good, man. So, like, did you come from a lot of money?
A lot of money.
He started laughing at it.
It's funny because people think, we do live in a nice neighborhood. I'm not gonna lie. But no, I don't come from a lot of money. I actually come from a single mom. We are 8 kids. And the reason my mom came here is like everything else. She was looking for a better future, My father was never in the picture. Funny enough, I met my father in 2016 when I went to Peru. So I met him when I was 30. I don't got no hate. I don't got nothing bad to say. I met him. He apologized. He told me, he was like, I was young and stupid. And I say, hey, you know what? I'm a true believer that everything's happened for a reason.
Yeah.
So I told him, I really love the life I have. And maybe if he was on the picture, I wouldn't be here. And I would have this life.
Yeah.
So I say, hey, you know what? But thank you. Because the fact that you made a mistake and you were not there, it lead me to have the life I have, and I really love my life. So no, I didn't come from money, but they say, right, if you don't come from somewhere, it's not your fault. However, if you stay in that position, that's is your fault.
Yes.
Right? So I came from no money, but I told my mom I'm gonna make money, and tell everybody, it's not like, hey, that's luck. No, that's work. You work, you get smart, you grab books, right now, thank God you guys have something called internet, and that can definitely help you. Believe it or not, we find a lot of stuff on the internet that can help you get smart and get to the next level. So I didn't come from money, But my mom did her best that she could, and I told her she make an ATM machine now.
Yeah, that's good that you turn like negatives into a positive, you know. So I like to hear that, you know, and that you wanted to get out this situation and grow and, you know, just prosper and have a nice family and all that, you know. So I admire that.
Thank you, sir.
So on to the next question. I just want to say, like, what have you learned or mistakes you've made early on and had to learn in real estate?
Well, one mistake that you learn is a lot of times when you jump in real estate, you want to do everything. You want to do everything. You want to do everything. I wanted to do all kinds of marketing. I wanted to be everywhere. I wanted to help out everybody. I was the guy that would say, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah. You know, because a lot of people don't know, when you have your real estate license, you can do office leasing, apartment leasing. You can work for a leasing office. And yeah, they can hire regular people. When you have a license, you can get paid more because you are, there's only certain people here in this state that can do legal documents, which is a lawyer and a real estate agent with a license. So that definitely help you. So I wanted to do everything, but I wasn't realizing that you have to master one thing you do and be really good at it to jump to the next one. So that's definitely a mistake that I feel like I make. You know, it take me probably about a year and a half, 2 years to say, okay, now let me try to stop trying to do everything and let me just focus on
what
this.
you're good at?
Yeah, and that's what I did. I basically just got so good. Oh, I think that's my son at the door.
What's up, brother? We're going to take a quick commercial break. I know you said the mistakes that you made. So just not having your hands in too many baskets all at once and just focusing on the things that you're good at. So
yes, definitely that's something that I will probably do, you know, or won't do again. But it's like you know, you get excited, you hear everybody because everybody got a success story and you want to try. And again, maybe it was good because, you know, sometimes you got to learn things on your own.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell people all you want, but you got to learn things on your own. But now I'm like these programs that I'm telling you, I'm great at it. I'm 5-star in Google, been in a Univision commercial. People reach out to me. A lady called me yesterday. She said she typed real estate agents in Aurora, and ChatGPT told her me, and she called me.
What?
So yeah, so it's definitely good. So you definitely want to be good at one thing, and don't worry because a lot of people say, "Oh, but he's doing this." No, everything works different for everyone.
Yeah, facts. We're all different.
Definitely.
Well, kind of like continue on to what you said. Like, you know, you said you did commercials and all that. You want to shout out your your Instagram, or it's just
shout out anything that you
want.
If you guys want, I'm on Facebook, Angel Pedemonte. Angel Pedemonte Realtor, Instagram Angel Pedemonte Realtor, and TikTok Angel Pedemonte. I use my real name. When I was younger, I used to be Angel Romeo Pedemonte, Romeo, like the artist. I love it. But yeah, I use my real name and everything. You guys can just find me there. And I work for Megastar Realty, which is an amazing company.
That's good, man. My bad, y'all. But so how do you determine a great property, and then how do you convince somebody to buy that property?
Guys, that's a great question. And you know, I gotta be honest. The only way you're gonna tell when it's a good property, you're gonna get that with experience. You know, the experience is gonna tell everything. I can walk into a property right now and tell you if it's a good property or not just by looking at it. You know, and you always have to look at the properties. Never go for the pictures. Why? When you hire somebody to take pictures, their job is to make the house look good. That's the job. So think as the pictures as you put in a filter in Instagram. Mm-hmm. Every girl looks pretty on Instagram. No offense, I'm being honest. There's no ugly girls in social media now at these points. So everybody looks good, right? So you have to look at the property in person. Now, obviously the pictures are a good direction, right? Because they're gonna tell you, okay, but don't just. I seen people sometimes they call me and they say, put an offer. The property looks amazing. No, we have to look at the property in person. We have to look at the property in person. Okay, you can never go like that. Now, how do I determine it's a good property? I look at it, location. The first thing. And now, this is the thing though. A property can be good for you, but might not be good for me. Yeah. Right? So for everybody, it's different. When you're looking for somebody as a home, it's different than when you're looking for somebody as an investment. Mm-hmm. Because an investment, basically numbers are speak for itself. How much you're going to buy it for, how much you're going to expend on fixing it, and how much you can sell it on the market. You know, if it's a margin of 100, 150K, obviously it's a great property, right? Now, usually you want it to be in a great location. Like what? Lakewood, Aurora, Denver, Toronto. They usually, it's kind of hard. So definitely, that's one thing that you have to really pay attention. But in my case, the location. So if you're looking at a house, I ask people, is the location good for you? Yes. Why? Because you can fix the house up, you can do a lot of things to the house, but you're not going to move it out of the place it's located. Right? The location. Also, the space. Right? Because if the house has a space, I mean, you can do a lot of things with it. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't know. But us, you know, that you don't know real estate, what they do is they see a property that says 5 bedrooms. You're like, oh man, that property has a lot of bedrooms. And the square footage is 1,600. And I see properties that are 2 bedrooms and the square foot is 2,400. So don't let yourself fool you for the bedrooms. The size, the square foot is what matters. Why? Because if the house have 2,400, that means you can do probably the 3 bedrooms and they're going to be really good size. I've seen bedrooms that are literally a closet. You just have to put like a twin bed in there, and if you're lucky. So don't let yourself fool you. So the size is definitely a great indication. And last, the land size, because the house size is one and the land size. You know, land size, that means that you have a lot of backyard, front yard. And what that means you can do an extension to the house if you want, right? You can do a recreational parking and those things. So those 3 things are the ones that you have to choose to be a good property.
Okay. If you were 19 again, what would you do differently?
If I was what?
19 again?
Now, 19 again. Wow. Oh, I don't think I ever got asked that question. If I was 19 again. If I could go and find my 19-year-old self, you know, I would tell him stuff messing around so much. You know, because I always work. I've been working since I was 16. So I always had jobs, I always worked. But I always, like most people, put priority in money, other things. You know what I would tell myself at 19? I would tell myself, buy a freaking house. That's what I would tell myself. Why? Because obviously when I was 19, houses were 100,000, 120,000, 130,000.
Yeah, they're just going up.
Yeah, and those houses right now are 400,000. Yeah. You know, people don't realize that a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm going to wait for the house to go down. No, the houses don't really go down. Yeah. So I would tell myself, quit freaking around, keep working. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. But use your money in a better way, because when we're young, you know, our things are different. Shoes, clothes, you know, in love with these girls here. Let me drive a nice car. But no, I haven't really met somebody that is 20, 21 thinking like, oh, I want to be a homeowner. But I would have told myself, be a homeowner. Buy yourself a condo, a townhome, a little house. Oh, but I don't want to live there. You don't have to live there. Buy it and rent it out.
Exactly.
And in 10 years, you can sell it and get that money. That's better than any savings account you will have ever.
Exactly.
That's
you can take
amazing.
The equity from that house and put it down on another house.
And another house.
And repeat.
Yeah, and then what people don't understand, if you buy a house when you're 20, 21, let's say, you keep the house until you're 30. Most likely, by the time you're 30, you're already thinking about getting married, settle down. You sell the house, you're already going to have about $170,000 to $200,000 to put down in a house. Or to buy a house with your new partner and do whatever, but that's a saving. There's no banks that are going to pay you that much.
Yeah, facts.
Okay?
What's one piece of advice everyone watching should remember?
Oh, Wow, I feel like talking to everybody. Well, the best piece of advice I can tell you is anything that you want to do your research. Do your research. Why? Because I seen a lot of people say, well, my friend did it this way. My cousin did it this way. And the thing is, a lot of times it's not the same. It's not the same. Because, I can compare when my mom bought a house than this time. My mom bought a house 10 years ago, right? The market was totally different. The real estate market is always changing. Now, don't let anybody tell you buying a home is not a great investment. It is a great investment. Why? Because there's one thing that you're always going to pay for is where to live. Unless you're living with your parents, that's the only place you're going to live for free. But everywhere else you're going to pay. Living with an aunt, with a roommate, in college, with people. Staying at friends' couch, you're paying because it's uncomfortable. You're paying your body, you're paying. So don't let nobody tell you real estate is not a good investment. Be smart about your money. Be smart about your money and do your research. Now, a lot of people want that big house. They want to have the 5 bedrooms, 3-car garage, right? They want to have, I want my house with 4 bedrooms with a basement finish. Yeah, yes, but like everything else, you got to start somewhere. You will get that house, but you won't get the house when you're 21, 22, 23, no. The same way, most people don't get the dream car. I think about my dream car 3 years ago. My dream car. Because instead of getting the car, I decided to get the house first. So, be smart with your money, okay? Get something that matters. Get a property. If you can, in 2-3 years, get another property. And then when those properties are making money, from that money, you can buy your toys and anything you want. But be smart about your money. Do your research and stop living somebody else's dream. Make it happen with you. That's my advice.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for
you're welcome. Thank you. I'm sorry. I feel important today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.
Hey, man, thank you. Subscribe, check him out. Check out his social media and everything. And, yeah, and we're gone.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys. Take care.